Hey everyone, this is Sonia Crystal Williams. Welcome to 10 Minute Marketing and another episode today. I'm joined by Kylie.
Hi, Sonia.
Hey Kylie. All right, so Kylie's with Go Getter Marketing Group, our marketing agency where I'm the co-founder, gogettergroup.com. And also we put these podcasts up at soniacrystal.com, Sonia with a J, Crystal with a C. And each week when we are covering our podcast, we talk about different topics in digital marketing that we get a lot of questions about from clients and people who attend some of our online courses. So Kylie, you got today's topic for us?
Yes, today we are going to be looking at how you know if your Facebook ad campaign is a good investment.
Okay. So it's a very, very broad question. And that's probably not exactly how people ask us that question, but people really do want to know if I'm launching a campaign on Facebook ads, basically, how do I know if it's working or not, right? And that's a big question because for a lot of businesses, especially if you're a small business owner, we don't have unlimited budgets, right? Some businesses do, but we're not all the Coca-Colas and Delta Airlines of the world. So we really do have to look at whether we're spending $5 a day or 500 bucks a day. At either amount, there's a lot on the line that we want to think about when we're launching these campaigns. So how do I know if it's a good investment? What I want to do today is give you some metrics to think about. All right. And metrics, when we're thinking about metrics, is when you launch that ad campaign, you really need to monitor the performance. And when you're in Facebook Ads Manager, the beauty in Facebook is they give you a lot of data. You just have to be able to understand and interpret what that data is that you're looking at so that you know how effective it is. Okay. So, is it a good investment? Let me give you a few things to think about. One, I do come across some people who eyeball it. Okay. And when I say eyeball, I mean they look at the ad campaign, they look at maybe how many leads they have coming through on the website or how many sales they're getting. And they'll say, well, yeah, I've been running this campaign and I noticed some leads or I noticed our sales went up, but you're eyeballing it. You're not exactly tracking it. And there's nothing wrong with that in the beginning. That's generally, human nature and what we're going to do. The goal here, though, is to use those metrics to get more precise. So the first thing I would encourage you to do, if you don't have it in place already, is make sure that you've set up conversion tracking. Okay. And what does that mean? Conversion tracking simply means that you set up something that allows you to accurately track when someone clicks on my ad and goes to my website, did that lead or sale come from my Facebook ad campaign? Is that where it originated? That way, you're much more precise to the point of knowing when you're getting an increase in sales on your website, what is that increase attributed to? Because it could be a Facebook campaign, but it could also be people going directly to your website. It could be people who found your website on Google searches. So we want to know, how do we know if Facebook ads is a good investment? We need to know, did the click over to the website that generated a lead or a sale, did that come from Facebook? In Facebook, there's a simple tool you can use to do this. It's called the Facebook Pixel. All right. So next time you're in Ads Manager for your Facebook account, or if you're creating a new Facebook account altogether, if you don't have that pixel set up already, when you're in Facebook Ads Manager, go to the Events Manager section and look in the drop down for a place where it allows you to set up your Facebook pixel. The Facebook pixel is tracking code. It's what we call HTML code. It needs to be added to your website, meaning if you don't manage your website, you need to send it to someone who knows how to go into the back end of your website, add the HTML code, and that puts the tracking in place. And once you have that tracking in place, when you're running those ad campaigns, you will have a much better idea if you're getting leads on your website or not. So we definitely want to make sure that we have that in place. All right. So that's step one in getting a better metric in place. You should be able to track conversions. And if you're tracking conversions when you're running your Facebook ad campaign, it's actually going to tell you if you're getting conversions or not. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, sometimes you might be running an ad just to generate awareness, right? Not every ad is run because you want to get sales or leads. That's probably most of them for most businesses, but some businesses truly just want to be more known. They just want to get in front of their audience more, and maybe they have a longer life cycle in the sale, and so they just want people to know who they are. All right, so we would call that generating or building awareness. If that's your goal and you're focused on that, there's a few different ways you can track that to determine if that's successful or not. And let me give you a stat, okay? Average cost per click on Facebook is usually about $1 to $1.50 per click. So if you fall below that, generally speaking, across all industries, you're doing pretty good. Okay. Now, there are some specific industries where the numbers can be higher or lower, even lower than that. So, a great resource that we're going to add to our blog page, if you check this podcast out on our blog, is a resource that actually gives you all a listing of the most popular industries and what the average cost per click is on Facebook for Facebook ads. That will give you a baseline to know, am I spending too much or not? And that's going to help you answer the question if this is a good investment. Am I spending too much cost per click? Okay. Um, One thing you can do, though, going back to awareness, is when you're tracking that awareness and you're looking to see, first of all, for the awareness I'm getting, am I paying, too much when people click on my ad? Or if your goal is awareness, you might simply be trying to get more people to like your page. So, we'd call that kind of a campaign to get likes. So you might be paying for page likes. Then that's another good metric to kind of have in place to look at how your tracking is. And again, if you're measuring that, look at cost per click. What's the average to get likes? Okay. Another thing though, with awareness and getting more likes to your page is, I used to have a sales background, and when I used to do sales, there was a term they would teach us, and it was always be selling. Okay, no matter what, if you're a salesperson, you need to always be selling. And so with Facebook ads, I look at it kind of similarly. Always be growing your audience. That's a little bit longer, but it's easy to remember. Always be growing your audience. So even if you're running ads that are designed to get more leads to your website and more traffic, always run ads that help you grow your audience and get more fans to like your page. Because as you grow your audience base on Facebook, that's going to give you more people to put your organic content in front of. So always be growing your audience base. Focus on that. And then that helps you with awareness. Now, I'm going to give you one more metric to think about. So far, we've talked about growing your audience, looking at cost per click, conversions, and making sure you're set up for conversion tracking. And that will help you figure out, if I spent, $500 on my ad campaign, then was that effective or not? Whether that's daily, whether that's monthly, was it effective? And you can, of course, track the conversions and see how many leads you got as a result. The final thing I want you to think about is what is called ad relevance. Okay. Now, this metric, think of it as a directional metric, right? Like, think about, like, we have compasses. Compasses tell you north, south, east, west, which way to go. Think about ad relevance as your compass on Facebook. When you are running ad campaigns, ad relevance will help you understand if the campaign you're running is above average compared to other people who are running similar ads, below average, or just average. Okay. This is a stat you can find, or a metric that you can find when you're in Ads Manager. If you go to the Ads tab, and this is for people who are already running Facebook ad campaigns. If you go to the Ads tab when you're in Ads Manager, there will be 3 columns to the far right. You kind of have to scroll to the far right. They hide it. They don't make it easy to find. And these columns are labeled quality ranking, engagement ranking, and conversion rate ranking. And here's what each one means. Quality ranking is a ranking of your ad's perceived quality. Okay, it's basically a diagnostic that again is helping measure how relevant your ad is, and in this case, it's based on the quality. Okay, what's the quality of your ad even beyond the ad itself? Because quality ranking is looking at the quality of your ad and the quality or the experience people get when they end up on your landing page or website. So we've got to think about, in order to make our Facebook ads a good investment, it can't just be a good ad itself. We've got to send people to a good web page. Second metric, engagement rate ranking. This is a ranking of your ad's expected engagement rank, which includes engagement is inclusive of all clicks, likes, comments, and shares. So, what Facebook is doing when it gives you the engagement rate ranking is it's ranking your ad against other ads that competed to the same audience. It's looking to see, did your ad get more clicks, likes, shares, comments than other competitors? And then it'll tell you you were above average, below average, or average. And then the last one is conversion rate ranking. All right, this is a ranking of your ad's expected conversion rate. Okay, so basically, again, if you have that Facebook pixel in place and you are tracking conversions, it's going to tell you, are your conversions above average, below average, or again, just average. These three rankings are related to ad relevance. I will also say these do have a correlation to how much your spending costs per click. If your quality ranking, engagement ranking, and conversion rate ranking are all below average, chances are you might be paying a higher cost per click than you should, or than competitors that might be running a better ad that might be above average. Okay, so these are the metrics we want to pay close attention to that helps answer the question, is my Facebook ad a good investment? All right, now again, these are metrics, you guys. I always take metrics into account with human intellect. You still have to ask yourself, outside of these metrics and it giving you this information, am I running a good campaign? And you know the answer to that based on the quality of the ad that you're creating, based on the interactions you're getting, whether people are contacting you through messages, because not every ad is going to lead to a transaction. Not every ad is going to lead to a clean person filling out a form. We want that though. So you definitely need to weigh on that. But sometimes it might come through in a message. So make sure you're checking your direct messages in Facebook, your inbox, your comments on ads. That counts for a lot. So some of this, there's human value that you've got to really pay attention to um, in the campaign, and it's not always going to come in a pretty neat box when you pull your reports. All right, but this is the starting point to get you on track with that. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap up for today and our topic. Again, read more about this topic as well as other topics like it on our blogs. You can find our company blog at gogettergroup.com/blog, my personal blog, soniacrystal.com/blog, where you can get lots more information. And as always, contact us on social media anytime. If you've got a question or if you've got another topic you want to hear for an upcoming 10-minute marketing, just let us know. All right, thanks for listening. Bye.